What's going on, guys? TTL here, and today is 2 days in a row that I'm going to be giving away my MLB picks. Hopefully we can get this going back to daily uploads. But yeah, there's 3 or 4 different picks that I like on the MLB board already, and it's just now getting to around the 4 a.m. mark Eastern time. Definitely think that some of these are going to get bumped. Some of them are power plays, some of them are flex plays. I'll go more into that, more in-depth into that later in the video. But real quick, before I get started, if you're interested in joining the Patreon, it's only $20 a month. And if you've never signed up before, you get your first 7 days absolutely free. It's just a free trial. You can cancel at any time. You get complete prize picks, underdog, and sleeper plays, as well as sportsbook bets for both sports and esports. We've been absolutely crushing it. We have a ton of wins in the push your win section that you can see here. Feel free to join at any time, guys. We've been crushing it. The link to the Patreon and the Discord will be in the comments down below and in the description, as well as all my partners. If you decide to sign up somewhere using code TTL, you'll get a 100% deposit match with all my partners. And let's get into the picks. So one pick that I absolutely love today, just from the matchup and how he's been performing this year thus far, is Kevin Gosman over 7.5 pitching strikeouts. I am taking the over in this spot. We can see he's went over this in 3 out of his last 5. The 2 times he didn't go over were versus Baltimore and Boston. And we can look at the rankings for MLB team strikeouts as of today. Boston is ranked 6th with an average of 8 strikeouts per game, which obviously is going to make it hard for him to go over that 7.5 number. And then Baltimore is ranked 8th with 8, right above 8 strikeouts per game. Definitely like low strikeout teams, so I could see how he only got 4 strikeouts for those teams. He also did really well versus, you can see he got 8 versus Minnesota, which is the worst team on that chart. Philadelphia's bottom side of the pack at 22nd. He went over versus them. The Yankees, I'm actually unsure. They're ranked 11th, so they're actually top half, and he got 10 versus them. Which, of course, this is just a tool to help our research. This isn't 100%, you know. But Kevin Gosman is a great play today. He is versus Milwaukee. So you can see Milwaukee's ranked 26th, so they are very far down. They are the 5th worst team strikeout-wise. They have a 9.22 average on the season, with the past 3 averaging 8.33, and then they had 7 strikeouts last game. So I expect most of their strikeouts this game to be at Kevin Gosman. I think he's going to go 6 or 7 innings this game, maybe even more depending on his pitch count. But he's going to do really well versus them. I project him for around 10 strikeouts, right at that double-digit range. So I'm definitely taking this over. And if you aren't on the Sleeper app, I apologize, it is 4 a.m. If you aren't on the Sleeper app, feel free to use my link down below and use code TTL when you make your first deposit. You'll get a 100% deposit match. And Gosman is at a 2x over there. It's like 2.01x or something like that. Definitely love this a little bit more over there just for the bonus multiplier. An average 2 pick is like 3.5, 3.6x with the Gosman over. So definitely worth looking at, definitely worth taking. But this is a great pick for PrizePicks as well, and I actually expect this to get bumped. It'll probably get bumped to 8 on PrizePicks, 8.5 on Sleeper, because they don't do full numbers. Next, I absolutely love Hunter Greene over 6.5 pitching strikeouts versus Boston. So, excuse me. So something that does bother me just a little bit is that he is versus Boston, who is the 6th best team. But we can see they've given up 8 strikeouts on average, 7.96 strikeouts per game on average. But in the last 3 average, they've given up 10. So this is a good sign that maybe they're hitting some regression, they're hitting a wall, they're starting to strike out more. Hunter Greene has been absolutely phenomenal this season. He's went over this number 4 out of his last 5, and I just see him continuing to crush it. He got 10 versus the Yankees, which are number 11th. He got 11 versus the Cubs. I actually don't know where they are. They're actually near the bottom, so that makes sense. Colorado are near the bottom. New York Mets, he got 4, and they are number 3. So I do expect him to go over the 6.5. Again, this is just a tool that we can use to see how we're looking. Definitely love this though. He's gone over versus better teams in the past. Boston are hitting some regression, so I expect them to strike out versus Hunter Greene. I also really love Pablo Lopez. So Pablo Lopez would be more of a flex play for me on this slate, simply because he's at 4.5 on sleeper. Underdog doesn't have pitching props yet on their website, but I do expect him to go up at 4.5 there as well. So there is some added push potential that aren't on the other websites for Pablo Lopez. But he's gone over this in 4 out of his last 5. He's been killing it. He's versus Cleveland, who are second best. So that's the only thing that's scary. That's like the only thing that is scary at all, is he is against the second best team. But you can see in the last 3, they've given up 8 strikeouts per game. And in the last game, they gave up 11 strikeouts. So Cleveland is hitting kind of a wall as well. Pablo Lopez is a great pitcher. I absolutely love him pitching. He has had this like one terrible game versus the Dodgers, but other than that, he's done fairly well this season. I'm putting my trust in him, but again, I would only use this as a flex play. My final play that I'm going to be giving away for free for you guys is the Max Scherzer over 6.5 strikeouts. Actually, I'll give out 5 plays, but one of them you can't pair with Hunter Greene. But yeah, I absolutely love this. Scherzer, he's one of the GOATs, man. Everybody knows that Scherzer is an amazing pitcher. He plays with a lot of heart. He really gets into it. He's very competitive. But this season, one game he got caught cheating, which absolutely screwed my props. Cheating, by the way, quote unquote. He wasn't actually cheating. I don't really know what's going on. I don't think he was cheating. Let me know in the comments down below if you think he was cheating. But they said his resin was too sticky, so they kicked him out of the game. But yeah, I mean, he's an absolute monster. This season, he's been performing not the best, but anyone that actually watches baseball and knows who Scherzer is knows that he is a great pitcher, similar to Garrett Cole. This year, they're just not performing as well as normal. But I do expect him to bounce back here. He's versus Philadelphia, who are 22nd on the list. They gave up 10 strikeouts last game. They're giving up 10 on average over the last 3, and they give up 9 per game on the season. So I expect him to go over the 6.5 pitching strikeouts. This is a great bounce back opportunity for him. He had one last game versus Colorado. Now his second chance to get 2 in a row versus the Phillies. Love this spot for him, and I am taking that over. Now the final play of the day is I like taking, where's it at? I apologize. Hunter Greene and Chris Sale under 1 innings run. 1 inning. First inning runs allowed. I apologize. My words are getting twisted. It's 4 in the morning. But I absolutely love both of these pitchers. I think Hunter Greene goes over his pitching strikeouts. I think Chris Sale is going to be close to his pitching strikeouts. And I just think they're both really good at limiting the hitters. So unless someone like just hits a very random, very lucky home run, I do expect this to go pretty smoothly on the under here. This is my only under that I recommend playing today. And yeah, if you're interested, this is a flex play. Pablo Lopez is a flex play. And all 3 of the others I would be willing to power play. Again, Scherzer and Pablo Lopez and even Gosman are all better on sleeper currently. But you can play them on PrizePicks. PrizePicks does have their props, and you can still make a lot of money on PrizePicks. So thanks for watching the video, guys. Make sure to leave a comment down below. It really helps me in the algorithm. I hadn't posted for like 2 months basically, so I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. Let me know if you're enjoying the content, and most of all, let's just make some money, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the Discord.